Hello, Chloe here from Border River Flowers. I'm just going to do a February garden tour. We're right at the end of February. Today the last day or tomorrow? I don't know. Days go too fast, weeks go too fast, and I can't keep up. But we're going to do a quick tour. There isn't... The garden's looking quite messy at the moment. I've had quite a few weeks where I've had a lot of other stuff going on and haven't been able to be in the garden much, so there's that, and a lot of it's starting to wind down for the season. Just got the last bits and pieces of a lot of things, all the first beds in the garden. Yeah, just starting to wind down for the season, and I'm just starting to focus on getting seeds started for overwintering hardy annuals. So yeah, let's go for a quick look. I won't make it too long. A lot of it's all the same. I just show you sort of what has changed and how things are looking. So this here is the dahlia bed, and I've picked a few stems off some of these taller ones, but they are really slow, and I have come to learn that this soil just isn't draining enough for the dahlias to be here. I think next time I'll be growing them in raised beds. So I've cut like a few stems off here that have been decent length. These are from my original pink. I can never remember the name of that one, but it was my original tubers that made me like dahlias in the first place. This is one of the ones that I nearly killed and has all shot back, so that's doing well. But yeah, it's just, well, I'll show you what I mean by the soil's just not draining enough. So this one here was growing fine, and we merely get a couple of showers of rain. We haven't had much rain at all. In fact, we had 8.5 mil last night, but we haven't been getting much at all, and the tubers just start rotting. And so raised beds is going to be next year, because I'm not giving up on them. I like them too much. So yeah, this is my original. I cut off these last night, but I should have left them so you could see them. So there, yeah, all those three there that are flowering are all the original pink ones. Only the couple of dahlias down that end in that bed. That's just a couple of patches of zinnias which are done. Patches zinnias which are done. Status. There's Rebecca and Status. Rebecca is winding down. The Status is still going, but getting shorter and shorter stems on it. Achillea here, which is just gotten weedy, and its stems just haven't been really long enough anyway. Zinnias that were a bit younger down the end there, I could probably still pick a little bit from them, but the rest of that bed's empty. These are my other dahlias here. So this one's Florelli Pogno. I haven't had any completely open stems, but it's like a decent, nice, long, strong stems on that one. And this is the one that I've been picking off the most. I've gotten quite a few off it. This is Devon Ultimate. So I picked, I think, 3 flowers off it last night. And then this one is Florelli Sunburst. This will be the first lot of flowers that are coming out on it now. This was my Glenmark Margaret, which I got a couple of flowers off, and then the tuber rotted on it. So that's not much good. Basil never ever got tall enough to do anything with. That's an empty bed there. Chrysanthemums, these are all the ones I cut back, and I need to weed again because I didn't get hay on them quick enough. These are the ones I got hay on, and the weeds are still, I learned a major lesson this year. It's just not worth not having weed mat down. I just can't keep up with it. It's just not working. Those are ones I trimmed back, and I've fertilised these, and I think I might have fertilised a couple a bit heavy because I've lost a couple in this bed here. And these are the ones I've got staked. here, which are doing quite well. This bed's doing quite well. This bed here, I think I might have put a bit too much fertiliser on some of them. They're looking a bit yellow. My mixed cut flower mix here is just been flowering and flowering and flowering. So it's pretty incredible, really. Cosmos, big patch of the cosmos over here, which just look beautiful. This is my next succession of gladioli, which have been flowering for probably a couple of weeks now. I've gotten quite a few flowers off them, and they're still going. They're incredible. They just seem to just go and go and go and do really well for me. Here, a small patch of chocolate Queen Anne's lace, which is really pretty. I much prefer it over the white one. Would definitely grow this again, but the white one I'm not even going to bother about. Calendula, which was never tall. There's a few here getting taller now, but it was never tall enough to do anything with. Sunflowers which are done, sunflowers which are done. There's some echinacea in there. Celosia, I'm getting on the other side of the bed, otherwise you see all you see is my shadow. Celosia flamingo feather here, which has been really good, although all these, I don't know if anybody else gets that, but you see the little wasp hornet things are in them all the time, like as if they're trying to like build a nest or something in the like the flower of them. I'm not sure, but they're always on them. Makes me a bit nervous to harvest them, to be honest. I'm not that keen on getting bit by one of them. And here are my Lisianthus. So I cut them back because they were flowering too short, and now they're flowering, and I gave them a good fertiliser and I mulched them, and now they're flowering too short still. So we're just going to really change things up for next season. They look so nice, like they look so healthy. The flowers are beautiful, but just way too short. Like, yeah, what could you do with that? Nothing. Make little posies out of them. That'd be about it. And that one there's a bit taller, but even it isn't that. And it's just got like a single flower, that one. So there's two different pinks there. And then I think here somewhere lemon starts. I got a bit mixed up when I was putting these in. But I've got purple ones over here which I didn't cut back. I just wanted to see what they do, but I didn't get them netted either, so it didn't help. But they're a little bit taller, but still most of them not really tall enough to use. Like you get the odd one like that that's tall enough. Yeah, we got purple there and purple over here, and then lemon. There's a little bit of pink in there for some reason, but then we've got lemon here, lemony coloured one. So yeah, that's the rest of them down there. This is the last succession of sunflowers, just finishing up. This is the candy mix zinnias, I think, which are the latest ones. I put in candy mix. No, can't recall, and for some reason I must have used a different marker on here and it didn't stay. But they're just simple single ones, and I really don't like them. They're just not that pretty. These ones here, I'm not a big fan. There's something about orange and red together that I just can't seem to like. These, on the other hand, are beautiful. I love these with the dark pink centre and the soft pink, and the bees like them too. that. That much pollen on his legs. Over here is the last lot of dahlias. I just pinched them out the other day, but they've been seen to have grown a bit better than the other lot, but again, they're certainly not growing how they should be. They should be finishing up their season. They're only just getting going. Oshberg. It's been incredible. I really liked it. And then the weeping one, I can't recall the name of it either. But it's been like we got a bit of wind and knocked some of them over because I didn't have them netted, but they're pretty incredible as well. I was sort of amazed at how easy they were to use in bouquets actually. So that's that there. And then we're really gonna change things up this coming season. So this here, we're gonna, I think I said in the last garden tour, we're going to do you pick sunflower days, and that's what these are. So this here is the first lot, and then we just do 4 rows right from this end of the paddock here all the way down to that end right down there where the tractor is. So we do 4 rows once a week, and we're up to right over there. So we're about halfway through the paddock now. And then for next season, or for the things that I'm going to be planting shortly, the hardy annuals, we're going to start up here and be doing our rows that way, doing our rows a lot longer, and doing a lot more of one variety and one colour, because we are going to try to do more we're going to see if we can get into the Brisbane markets. Okay, so I'll talk to you instead of sitting there on the paddock. I've got a sore lip and it just keeps cracking and bleeding, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so we're going to try and get into the Brisbane markets. Retail hasn't really been great for us, and it hasn't helped that so many things have had such short stems. The quality of the soil is just not there. It's too deficient in a few things that I need to rectify. We're going to get soil with manure and compost through it in hopefully in the next couple of weeks to make the new beds for anything from now on. I mean, it doesn't affect the sunflowers, and that's why we planted this paddock down to sunflowers. That's why originally we're just going to plant the whole paddock down to sunflowers just for the benefits, because it has the taproot. It goes right down and breaks up any of the hard, more clay type soils, and just to get the soil aerated a little bit to help with the process. Okay, I just dropped the phone. And then we thought, well, if we're going to plant sunflowers here, why don't we succession plant them and have some days where people can come in and pick sunflowers? It just didn't make sense to just plant them for the one use. We might as well benefit from it financially, hopefully, because with the rest of the garden it just hasn't been profitable at all this year. And this year was always going to be a massive trial, just being in this new area where I had to sort of learn things from scratch a bit again in regards to like different soil types and the weather being different. So this year has been a massive learning curve, not only for learning the soil and how things grow and what I need to add and everything like that, but sort of the market a little bit as well. My market here, and we're 75 k's from our nearest town, and it's not a big town, it's only a small town. so it's sort of a little bit hard to market retail. It's just a long way to travel. If I sell a few bouquets or something like that, I've been selling to the local florist. She's been getting a bit from me, which is good, but there's only the one florist in town, and we're just going to really try and tap into the Brisbane markets and also do a lot more you pick days, because that's really the path I wanted to go down in the first place. I just didn't want to do that the first year because I just needed to trial things out, and I'm really glad I did, because if I had have like organised all these you pick days and workshops and stuff like that, and then turned around and got to those dates and didn't have anything for them just because nothing is growing to length for me. And it's also been a bit of a funny year anyway for a lot of people, and things just not growing well because we've just had really cold nights. We haven't really had nice hot summer nights, and that's just unusual and makes it a lot more difficult to get like your heat loving plants to grow to length. It just stunts them a bit. They go to flower too soon to trying to survive. So yeah, and so we're just working on that, and I'll probably bring you along when we start making the beds up the other side over there and show you what we're going to do there. And I'm also going to start working on my house garden, and I'll probably throw a few things that I'm not going to grow. I don't want to grow in big quantities down here. I'll probably put in my house garden, and I'll still pick from them and everything, but I'll also have them up there to enjoy, and it'll just make it a little bit easier. I've got a really big lawn and it doesn't have anything on it, so I've got a clean slate to work with there. So I'm going to start doing that a bit more, and just get this paddock completely all cleaned up and looking nice. Okay, so I hope this gives you a bit of an idea of what has gone on this season. If some of it didn't make sense and it caught you like missed parts of it or anything, that's sort of our season here summed up, really. It has been a bit of a struggle from start to finish, but we are ready to make the amendments we need to make to succeed and make next season better. And we also plan on doing a few winter veggies as well to help with an bit of an out of season income, hopefully. So we're going to be doing some beetroot and silver beet, and I think possibly some parsley. So we'll see how that goes as well. We're hoping to put that in once we get this soil that I was saying about in, to hopefully help with being able to grow things a little bit better. And yeah, I think that's pretty well it for this month, and we hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, share our channel. We would really like to grow our channel because it does take time and effort to do these videos, and we hope they are beneficial. But until we get our followers and watch numbers up there a bit, we aren't profiting from that. We're doing that all just out of our time, and it does take quite a lot of time between doing the videos and editing and uploading. Especially in a rural area, we really struggle with uploads. It can take hours and hours just to upload one small video, which chews through a lot of Wi-Fi data, which isn't easy either. And yeah, give us a thumbs up and a thumbs up, which is a like, and hit the notification button so you know when our new videos come out, you'll get notified. And we hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.